Hey everybody, Brad Bond Fitness here. This video is going to be about my healing journey, which is a tough process to go through. If you've seen some of my previous videos on either mental health or sobriety, I've been sober now for 8 years. I haven't drank alcohol in 8 years. I've been working with a therapist now for the last few months, talking to somebody every 2 weeks in person, which was hard to find, but it happened. You just gotta look for it and hope that you find a therapist. And also too, if you've seen any of my videos on my grade 4 AC joint separation, which I had 2 years ago, battling another injury now, this is kind of going to be talking about just my healing journey and how this is starting now. And I just want to kind of document this. If it helps anybody, great. But I want to be able to look back on this one day and see all the progress that I've made through everything that I'm going through right now. So we'll start with my first major injury, which I've been dealing with for a long time. My right hamstring injury. I'm actually going to get an MRI on it next Friday to find out what's going on in there. I've done cortisone, I've done PRP, I've done physical therapy with some relief, and it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still there. It's a high hamstring injury, right where the insertion is for your hamstrings into your ischial tuberosity bone, which is your sit bone. So you have 3 different types of hamstring muscles. You have your semimembranosus, your semitendinosus, and your biceps femoris. So hopefully with the MRI, we'll be able to get in there and figure out what kind of plan of action we're gonna take moving forward with the hamstring. Move to my next surgery, or well, I didn't have surgery on my hamstring, but my next injury, I had some scar tissue in my ankle in 2015 that I got cleaned out. I had to be on crutches, go through PT with that. That was about a 2 to almost 3 month, or probably 3 month recovery before that. And I've also been dealing with left hip issue. Not that bad though, just kind of comes and goes. So eventually I'll be going to PT for that. My most serious one right now is I injured my right shoulder again, but not my AC joint. I was bench pressing and I had just trained chest the day before, and I was bench pressing with one of my coworkers, and we were only supposed to do 2 to 3 reps. It was a heavyweight, and I did 6 to 7 reps and ended up hurting myself. Went and got an x-ray the following week. Everything was in place. The 2 screws that are in my shoulder are in place. They're not big screws, they're little buttons. Everything was in place. I went to see an orthopedic doctor, did some tests, said, we'll start PT, we'll see how it goes from there. Did PT for about 6 to 7 weeks. Now I got an MRI. MRI showed torn supraspinatus, which is the most common rotator cuff muscle that people tore. Not torn, but a tear, 9 to 10 millimeters long and 25% in depth. And then also a non-displaced. So non-displaced means it's in place, torn labrum superior, top, and posterior in the back, so not in the front. So that was about 3 months ago. That was April 29th of 2022. So it's been a little over 3 months that's happened. I've been going to PT twice a week. Been doing yoga, but kind of backed off. I had a PRP injection about 3 weeks ago. So when you have a PRP, typical of the protocol is to not do much for about 3 to 4 weeks after the PRP injection. So I've kind of had a little bit of a setback with the physical therapy, but it's supposed to heal quicker and things are supposed to move quicker with the PRP injection. If you haven't heard of PRP, what it is it's your own blood. They draw your own blood from you, they spin it through a centrifuge really fast, turns your blood into plasma, and then they get an ultrasound machine and they inject you back with your own blood. And then from there, it's supposed to be a natural healing process where your own plasma goes and heals the tear. So I'm hoping to avoid surgery. My surgeon said he doesn't think I need surgery, which was a good sign, but at the same time, you still never know. So I'm hoping to be able to have this next video where I'm saying, yeah, things are going great, an update on my hamstring, but just kind of dealing with a lot right now. But I'm on my way to fixing everything so I can get back to doing what I love. I'm a personal trainer. I want to do that full time. Would love to do that for a full-time career or life's work, whatever you want to call it. So I'm looking forward to hopefully doing that in the near future and fixing myself, fixing my mental health, fixing my physical health, emotional health, financial health. I'm in a good situation now where I was able to move back in with family because I just moved back from Nashville about 6 months ago. So I'm in a good spot where I'm able to have the time and the money to put into this healing journey, and also still working on getting financially free as well and paying off my debt. I don't have much debt left. I have less than $5,000, so I'm hoping to avoid surgery so I don't have to put myself into any more debt and miss any work. So I'm getting there. 2022 has been a tough year, to say the least, moving back from Nashville twice in the last 2 years, and then becoming single again. And being single has had its challenges, but I think this is what I need, and I need to work on myself because I've been in 3 long-term relationships. I'm 33 now. When I was 20, I was in a relationship for 7 years. After we split up, was only single for about 7 months before I got in another 2.5-year relationship. Then after the 2.5-year relationship ended, I was only single for about 7 months or 8 months before I got into my 3rd relationship that I was in for 3 years. So in the last 13 years of my life, from 20 to 33, I've only been single for, let's see, a year and a half. So I think it's time for me to work on myself and go through this healing journey, and I think everything is perfect timing. Sometimes we feel like everything is against us, and I felt like that a lot lately with everything going on in my life, but I'm starting to realize that this is just part of the process, and the universe is going to work its way out. The gym will always be there. If you're ever hurt, guys, and you're out, I haven't been able to lift upper body for over 3 months now, and it's tough. It's tough. That's what I use for coping. I don't drink, I don't party, I don't go out. That the gym is what I use for coping and for dealing with things. And now I've had to find different ways to deal with things, like journaling, reading a book, making a video like this, or meditating too as well. So there's a lot of different things I've been trying to cope with this and deal with this and get through this. But this is just a phase. This is a season in my life. This is a healing journey. So I'm glad I was able to throw a video on here, because I'm trying to express more and be more out and open about things, which isn't always easy, especially when you're going through something like this. But I want to be able to look back on this and hopefully help myself and help somebody else down the road. So if you guys watch this, thank you, and I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a good day, and I hope if you're going through something similar like this, I hope this can help you. Thanks, guys. Bye.